According to new claims in these court documents, the Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts.
Hey fam, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoy the content, let's waste no time and check these out.
This footage was recorded during a baptism inside a small local church in upstate New York. Among the crowd stood this girl, Sophia Carter, age 10. She never watched the ceremony. She never spoke to anyone. No one would remember this girl or this footage if not for what happened next. 2 weeks later, Sophia's entire family was found gone. Their home was left abandoned. Locals had another explanation: an ancient curse. The fire hadn't started in the house. It started with Sophia. That's when people went back to the footage. They became convinced this was never an ordinary child. This is Lilith. If she never looked at the camera, why does she look like she's looking at you?
Something's definitely not normal with that little girl. My question is, if somebody saw that video and they saw her acting like that, why did no one say anything? Then who posted the video if the house was burned down and everybody supposedly died in the fire? I'm just saying I just need proof because this video is running on 90% dramatic music and 10% information. You guys let me know what you think in the comments.
This paints a Frankenstein-like picture.
Yeah, it really does. Katie and Steve, closed for years. This building off 24th Street, the university, doesn't look like much, but according to new claims in these court documents, the Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts, mixing, matching, and selling them in ways we'd never heard of until tonight. He even spotted a smaller head sewn onto a larger torso in a, quote, Frankenstein manner.
It wasn't a choice we made. It wasn't a choice any of the families made.
Body parts piled on top of each other inside Biological Resource Center, where families donated their loved ones for medical research.
According to testimonies, they had found buckets filled with human heads, coolers containing severed body parts, arms, legs and torsos all stacked up against each other on shelving units. Absolutely just madness. They even reportedly found some bodies attached to different body parts, like someone else's head on a different body in like Frankenstein experiments. They were taking these bodies, chopping them down and then selling them probably on the illegal market. The owner, Stephen Gore, ironically, eventually pled guilty to the improper handling and sale of donated body parts. He completely avoided prison after doing all of this. He received probation as part of a plea deal, leaving many families feeling that justice was never served. Like, what this guy was doing was horrendous.
Telling me that that's basically a body shop or body part. They're making all sort of experiments by switching body parts and interlocking them like they're playing with Legos. But the shocking part is that the guy responsible for all this only got a fine. He didn't get no prison time. That only tells me one thing about this whole thing. There's people in high places that were actually in charge of this whole operation. He was just the front man. Because for him not to get any jail time, that means that somebody powerful is behind this whole thing. And it's probably a government operation. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments.
Said to be one of the scariest videos on the internet right now. Watch it and let me know what you think.
And she is fed and feisty. What you doing, baby? Okay, so I fed her. I will feed the barn. Okay.
Did you see that? Do you realize what's going on right now? A lot of people think that because she lives in the Appalachian Mountains, there's some real paranormal stuff going on. A lot of people are upset with her, saying, why are you outside at night with your keys? I don't know what it is about the Appalachian Mountain and the keys, but it's a big deal apparently. At one point in this video, a lot of people noticed something very strange and creepy. If you were to go back to the beginning of the video, you would see exactly what everybody else is seeing. This is said to be one of the scariest videos on the...
I don't know, but I didn't see much there. All I saw was a person in the barn that looks like it's facing the corner of the wall. And she's actually dressed just like the person with the camera. If you look at the boots and the jeans, you look familiar. Maybe her daughter? I think this one's fake.
Take a look at this picture of Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg with his MacBook. He's got the camera and microphone taped over. Why? because he's ignorant? No, just the opposite. Here's Benjamin Netanyahu with his iPhone. His cameras are covered in tape. Former FBI Director Jim Comey tapes over his cameras too. The most informed people know that they're being spied on. Do you? Here's the world's second richest man, Oracle's Larry Ellison, literally proclaiming it out loud.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
The future looks dystopian.
They knew all along what they were trying to do. We got flood cameras all over the place. I don't know. That alongside with a new company I heard about, funded in the country that shall not be named, where they basically could take any surveillance footage and modify the footage live to make it look like whatever they want, alongside those flood cameras. I don't think they're planning for anything good. Soon they're just going to be able to say, he did this, here's the proof, lock him up, and forget about him. Guys, let me know what you think down in the comments.
What if I told you all the presidents, and I mean all of them, were still alive? But I wasn't going to just speculate on it. I was going to prove it. Here's Teddy Roosevelt. Here's Robin Williams. And that's both of their wives. And here's Andrew Jackson and his wife. And, well, what if we paired a younger picture with Miss Jackson with Miss Maxwell? Do you think that they might just fit pretty well down to the lips, the nose, and eye placement? And what if this goes back to our very first president and his wife, Martha? Funny how he looks a little more feminine than her. And a subscriber, Samantha, pointed out the resemblance of Glenn Close and George Washington. Funny, Glenn, especially spelled like Glenn Close, Glenn. It's a funny name for a girl. You want to see something even funnier? Here's Glenn Close's husband. And, well, do you recognize him? How about now? That's Martha Washington. Glenn Close's husband, Martha Washington. And I'm going to stop after this one for a second. Here's the 25th president, William McKinley, and I couldn't help but notice how identical he looked to Dumb and Dumber star Jeff Daniels. Oh, and the first time I ever happened to see this, they started talking about Dumb and Dumber randomly on the TV in the very first second. And you know what's even funnier than that is how he's got a little mark right there. Good old President McKinley. And oh, look at that. So does Jeff Daniels.
I don't know what to say. I was taking it as a joke, and then he put them side by side. Can't argue that there's a resemblance there. Actually, more than a resemblance. It looks like it's the same person. But how will you explain that, right? I don't know. Could there be actual vampires out there? These presidents are part of that crew? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Have you already seen the girl who looks like the Mona Lisa? She was invited to a fashion show, which she happily attended. People were amazed by her resemblance to the famous painting. The girl herself was thrilled by all the attention, so she gladly took photos with people on the street. She lives in a village and was discovered by a photographer by chance. She didn't even know she resembled the famous Gioconda, because no one in her village knew about the painting. She was just an ordinary girl. Her surprise was endless when the photographer showed her and told her about one of the most famous masterpieces in world art. The girl herself also appears quite mysterious, and it's hard to tell whether she is smiling or what emotion she is expressing. Among people, rumors quickly spread that she might be an example of true reincarnation. Other people from the scientific community surrounded her, trying to hypnotize her and learn about her past lives. But the girl refused, saying she didn't have time for that. In her village, she has responsibilities waiting for her: goats, cows, and rabbits that need her care. Have you already seen the—
Bro, really? Really? This is the type of videos we're finding now. First of all, that's definitely not a girl. You can see by the hands that it's a man. Second of all, that's 100% a mask. You can tell by the eyes and by the texture of the skin. There's no way that's an actual person. And what did she say? That they tried to hypnotize her and get more information, and she said she didn't have time for that? I guess ain't nobody got time for that.
Take a look at this truck spilling meat all over the highway in North Carolina. Now, do you see the name of this truck? Bumgarner Services. Now, oddly enough, in North Carolina, there is a business called Bumgarner Family Funeral Service. That's a coincidence, right? What about when Daddy Trump decided to throw that Halloween party? And he had a very weird Halloween costume pull up to get candy. You see, the McDonald's sign says billions and billions served, but there are 2 kids in the stroller. That is also just a coincidence. Just like this really old and creepy McDonald's commercial where he's pulling things out of the food bag and he ends up pulling a child out of the bag. Well, it pops up on its own. But do you not find that to be... Take a look at this truck spilling meat.
If that is true, then I guess we're all cannibals, because I'm pretty sure we all have McDonald's at some point in time. But I don't know what to say, because that's too much of a coincidence that the funeral home and the meat truck have the same name. You think they will be so stupid as to have the same name for both things? I'm just hoping that if it is what they're saying it is, then it is not being served to the public and it's for the elites to eat what they like to eat. Let me know what you guys think.
This is alien. He's possibly a leader. We've known this for a few years. And the Teslas are part of the alien domination deal. I don't know why we made the deal to let them build the Teslas here. They're building the Teslas here. They're building the alien spacecraft's power sources in front of us, parking them in the back of the empty Sears parking lots across the USA, Chicago, St. Louis, even on the West Coast. And Trump kind of knows it, but he needs the money. He lost money. Everybody does. Elon's got money coming out of earlobes. But that makes it legit. Elon Musk and Jacques Cousteau studying alien underwater life forms, because that's where the spaceships are.
That's where the aliens are, y'all. In the ocean.
How do I know these things? They're so big. Yikes. Bigger than Shaq. It's not funny, dude. Don't tell your wife about these things, dude. Yeah, she asked me questions. What were you guys talking about John Pork yesterday?
Stay weird, y'all.
We were talking about pork.
Definitely not a natural human. And that's always puzzled me. Why we never look into the sea? We're trying to go into outer space, but the sea is basically unexplored and we never attempt to explore the deeps. Maybe because the people in power know what's out there waiting. Doesn't the Bible tell us that the beast is gonna come from the sea? I don't know, I'm just thinking. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. All right guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Peace.